Back to the Closing Laps podcast. I'm Matt from Breakhard, joined once again by Cameron, former NASCAR Jackman. How's it going, Cam?
Good. How are you, sir?
I can't complain. I unfortunately had to miss the first. I say unfortunately because we all like to watch racing, but we went to a fundraiser tonight, which was actually fantastic. I really like going to it. Able to catch all of stage three and then went back and quickly jumped through the rest of the race there to see how it was. But overall, I have mixed feelings about this race.
Yeah, I do too.
And I think yours might mirror mine, where I thought there was interesting things that happened in this race, and I thought it was not the worst race I've ever seen, top to bottom. At the same time, there were the end of this race is going to be sold as a great finish, as a really fun, close finish, except it wasn't that. It was
Yeah,
close, I'll give it
it
that, but it wasn't good.
it really wasn't even like that close.
No,
Like it
ultimately,
was, but it wasn't, right? Like ultimately he tries to send it in the into turn 3 and he was never going to get there. The only way he was
no,
going to get there is he was going to wreck both of them and then Eric Jones was going to win. And
yeah.
honestly, that's what I was hoping for.
Well, in my TikTok review of it, I was like, the only way that he gets there or like does anything with this is if he basically does what Chase Briscoe did to Tyler Reddick back at Bristol Dirt 2022 when
Yeah.
he slid him, used him up, and Kyle Busch went on to win there. So you're right; it probably would have ended up with Eric Jones winning a third Southern 500. He would have 4 wins in his career; three of them would have been in the Southern 500.
Which honestly is wild to me.
It's so crazy that he's just that good at Darlington.
Yeah.
Like
And they said what, like 10 top 10s at Darlington too?
something crazy like that. Like the dude just does not run poorly when they get to Darlington. And credit to him, right? Like uh it's not like it's a bad thing.
No,
Hey, good news.
we got it. We're good.
Our live chat's working.
Yeah, our live chat's
Yes.
working. We're good.
Finally, we figured out that if you guys could see the behind the scenes sometimes of us trying to get this together, we were going to use OBS tonight, and then that just turned into a complete disaster right from the jump. So
Oh,
we got this going.
it was kind of like, Bowman's race. It was really bad.
40-second green flag pit stop, 40 plus seconds, gun failure. Is that all that happened?
Everything.
Okay.
So, gun I don't know if it was like I watched it and it was a gun failure, but it was really weird cuz he came around onto the left side and did it fine. Like he did it
Really?
with that gun. So I don't know if like the hose got kinked or something like that, but it was very weird how it happened. And typically, if the gun's messed up, the front changer will come around, do it,
Hmm.
and then come back. He went back and tried to grab another gun. Like you have a mic, why aren't you just saying, "Hey, gun, 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 gun"?
Yeah. Oh, that's frustrating. I saw it when I was watching it on my phone, and I was like, "This is a absolute disaster of a race for Alex Bowman." P31 finish for him on
Yeah,
Sunday.
not a great look.
No, actually bad. I think would be the best way to
Honestly,
characterize it.
Hendrick in general
They were
did
so
not
bad tonight.
look good tonight.
The highest finisher was Chase
17th?
Elliott in 17th.
Yeah.
And then you have Kyle Larson in 19th, William Byron 21st. And remember back what happened in the springtime here? William Byron led 243 of the 297 laps and finished second in that race to Denny Hamlin. But they weren't even close tonight. They
No.
for Hendrick Motorsports starting out the playoffs, if you're a Hendrick Motorsports fan, you should be slightly concerned, I would say.
Y- yeah, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bad look for you to start off your playoffs this poorly. Now, if you look at the playoff standings, they have Alex Bowman, who's 19 points below the cutoff line now. Chase Elliott's only 9 to the good.
Is he
Um,
19 below now?
yeah, 19 below for Alex Bowman, tied with Josh Berry at 19 below as well. Then you have Kyle Larson, who lost ground this week. He's now technically third in points, but amongst the point standings, he's second behind Denny Hamlin. And William Byron lost even more points than that. So, yeah, not a good night for Hendrick Motorsports. And that's probably going to be, should be the big talking point coming out of the weekend to be like, are they okay? Because guess what happens guess where we're going next, I should say.
To St. Louis, isn't it?
Yeah. And guess who is notoriously bad there?
Hendrick Motorsports.
Hendrick Motorsports.
Yeah, they needed to do well.
Yeah, James
tonight.
actually talked about it right here. If HMS ran bad tonight, imagine how poorly they might run at arguably their worst track. Yeah, it is their worst track. Remember when Chase Elliott got suspended? They put Corey LaJoie in that car, and Alan Gustafson basically told Corey, I got nothing for you.
Yeah, it was bad.
It's bad.
That was a bad experience.
The crazy part about that is the fact that Alan Gustafson has made a career of setting up cars on flat tracks. Like, he has been good on flat tracks and just hasn't been.
Yeah. That track's weird though. It's
Gateway
not really
is
flat.
It's not really flat, but it's flatter than majority of the racetracks that we.
Oh yeah.
And it's an awkward size, 1.25 miles.
Yeah, it is. Have you ever been to St. Louis?
I've not been to the track. I've been to St. Louis.
Okay. That track, for one, is awful to get in and out of.
East St. Louis, baby.
Awful, right? And then for two, they're always trying to make a big spectacle of it, and it just makes it so much worse.
You mean like concerts or the fire things that they shoot off and everything?
Yeah. Yeah. It's insane. And Priest led.
I don't know. This guy is asking how many wins Priest has in his career and a couple other things. Feel like it might be a troll job, but yeah, Priest was nowhere to be found tonight. Didn't lead any laps. Finished 16th.
Yeah, very weird. Anyway,
you know who did have a good night though?
Who?
Legacy Motor Club.
Oh my gosh,
phenomenal night.
Phenomenal night. What, they were 3-4 going in that last restart?
Yeah, and that's how they finished 3-4. John Hunter Nemechek fourth, Eric Jones third. Yeah, great run for them. Everybody was like, "Oh, why would you start up a third car? Focus on running better." They have run so much better in the second half of this year than they did the first half, and it feels like they finally figured it out. All those vice presidents and directors that they keep hiring, since everybody gets a job at Legacy, maybe it's paying off finally.
I'm gonna take the win on that one because I'm the one who said that they just need to get rid of both of their drivers, and now they're doing really well. So I'm going to take that.
Get rid of both their drivers and replace them with
Corey Heim.
And you're getting rid of both of them. You got to come up.
Corey Heim.
Corey Heim and Jesse Love.
There we go.
Yeah. I heard Jesse Love really wants to get to the Cup Series next year. Really wants to get to the Cup Series next year.
I mean, okay.
Damn, I heard he's willing to take bad cars to get to the Cup Series.
So why would you leave RCR though?
Wants to be a Cup driver.
No, Toyota is not a favorite for the championship this year.
I would not say they're a favorite yet. Hey, listen, as long as Team Penske is still living and breathing at Phoenix, they're the favorite to win. I called Joey Logano Hannibal Lecter in my tier rankings last week because he's terrifying. You need to strap him up. He's Michael Myers. Last year, he was dead. They got rid of him.
Literally dead.
And guess what? He sat up like the Undertaker in that GIF, got up and wins the next race, locks into the championship, wins the championship, and ruined everybody's day. We're 10 months removed. People are still fired up about it and still arguing on the internet.
Oh, thanks, Alex Bowman.
It's more of a Blake Harris issue, I feel like. Thanks, Blake Harris.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. I loved it because I got a bonus from it. So.
Oh, hell yeah. I learned how the bonus structure works for pit crews and some companies and everything like that. And I was like, oh, okay. Winning's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Winning pays.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Winning pays. They're not excited. Yes, they're excited because they won. They're excited because of that bonus.
They're getting a bonus, yeah. I was talking to some of the guys over at Hendrick last year, and I was like, oh, you guys can kind of just bank on win bonuses all the time. Like it's great. It paid. Imagine JRM right now. They get half the season. They've gotten win bonuses. That's phenomenal. Good for them.
So at Penske, if you are the team that wins the championship, and or actually all the drivers. So if like let's say I'm on the 2
Mhm.
and you're on the 12, and the 12 wins, I still get paid.
Yeah, yeah. That's how I learned it. It's how it works at Hendrick too. Like it's, or at least how it was
And it's
described.
like the most you can get paid for bonus is insane.
Yeah, it's great. Winning is great for everybody.
Winning
So
is
somebody in the chat says give credit to crew chief James Small as well. Yeah, James Small
100%.
called a great race. 309 laps led out of 367. Just an absolutely
Which is
dominating performance.
insane to think about with how many issues he was having with his alternator.
Yeah,
Insane.
having to constantly watch the voltage meter just to see where you're at, literally turn everything off in the car that he could to make it to the end of the race. Great performance by that entire team. Question: do you think Martin Truex Jr. is holding back that 19 team over the last 2 seasons?
My gut wants to say no, but evidence says yes.
Yeah, James Small said something at the beginning of the year where I thought it was kind of a shot at Truex, where he said it's nice to have a guy that comes into the shop and wants to build with this team. And the more I think about it, like the more I understand what he's saying there, because like they're operating as a team. There is a cohesiveness amongst that 19 team, and they're hitting their stride at the perfect time right now. They are wildly dangerous coming into the playoffs, and now that they've got a win right now, yeah, it is time to be concerned if you're the rest of the field because they're good at Phoenix. Like the
They
person
are.
Toyota's a favorite. I wouldn't say Toyota's a favorite, but Chase Briscoe has won at Phoenix before. Granted, it was the very beginning of the Gen 7 era, so it's hard to gauge that. At the same time, though, Jogas Racing's good.
What's the second stage or second
Gateway.
round?
Oh, second round. What do you have? The Roval, Kansas, and New Hampshire.
New Hampshire, Kansas, Roval.
Yeah. Again, New Hampshire.
Very well. He's good at New Hampshire.
Yeah. They just won on an intermediate basically here, so you can assume going to Kansas they're going to have some speed because guess what?
Good at Kansas.
Not around.
Did you hear what he said in the interview with Junior?
No, I haven't watched that yet.
It's pretty good.
Is it?
It's pretty good. Him talking about just like the difference between Stuart Haas and Joe Gibbs, and just how even the best cars at Stuart Haas couldn't touch the worst cars at JRM. And just like the grip is insane compared to the two.
Which is insane because they're buying their chassis all from the same place. Like, and it's just how you put everything together that makes the biggest change there. So yeah, Briscoe dominating performance, but like we said, I'm not sold on this being a great race. I know people are going to say it was good, and in my TikTok video, I'm like, I just want to be like, my score doesn't necessarily correlate with how I feel about the race. Although I know that there was good things that happened in this race. The finish, which is what everybody's going to talk about, left me feeling weird. There was a bit of a battle that happened on track in this race. What?
No, I'm listening.
Okay, I thought you were disgusted with something that you read.
No.
There was a battle during this race between Chase Elliott and Carson Hocevar. And selfishly, part of me wanted to see Carson Hocevar wreck the 9 of Chase Elliott to see the civil war that would have happened amongst the fan base. Because the Chase sexuals and whatever the Hocevar hypers call themselves.
Hocevar hypers? Is that what we're calling them now?
whatever they call themselves. Those two going at it, I think, would have been wildly entertaining for us.
Are
But
they the two biggest fan bases right now?
no, Kyle Larson's fan base outmeasures Carson Hocevar's by 20x.
Okay, I'll give you that.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
Ryan Blaney's got a bigger fan base than Hocevar right now.
Is he though?
Yeah. When you're in the grandstand next time you're at a race, look how much Ryan Blaney merch is in the grandstands.
Really?
There's
I mean, it's been 5 years since I've been
I know.
in the grandstand.
When you watch from pit road, you never see. It's hard to
No.
gauge, right?
No.
But when last year at Martinsville is when I sat in the grandstands. I'm trying to think. Obviously, Daytona a couple weeks ago, I sat in the grandstands as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a ton of Larson, Elliott, Blaney merch is what you're going to see the most of. There's a lot. There's hosts of our merch out there. Like, don't get me wrong, I saw a decent, amount of it, but, he's got a big fan base. But yeah, so the 77 tried to basically box out the 9 down the front stretch, so Chase couldn't shoot the gap like in the middle. And Chase was like, "Well, I really want this gap," so he like leaned on the 77, and they went back and forth. Hocevar wasn't happy about it over the radio. I wish that they'd had that run in, but Hocevar ended up spending himself out on lap 152 anyways, so it wasn't anything, but it almost was something.
Almost. And it would have been funny.
It would have been the best. I like when the fan bases don't know what to do, because I feel like there's probably some decent crossover between those two fan bases as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I bet you there's a lot of Chase Elliott fans who love
Carson Hocevar. Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Wouldn't admit it though.
I have no allegiance anymore, but when I was a Chase Elliott fan.
You were a Chase Elliott fan?
Yeah,
I actually
Georgia.
I forgot to mention this last week. I bought a piece of driver merch when I was in Daytona. Would you like to see it?
Duh.
Oh, hang on a second. It's in the other room. I'll be right back.
Oh, Jesus. Hi, guys. How we doing? We having fun? I'm sitting here doing the podcast, actually watching the Notre Dame game. So, as well.
What's the score?
24-24 with a
Oh!
minute 30 to go.
What a comeback.
They came back.
It's 21-7 when I came up to the office.
Yeah.
Okay. So I never buy driver merch. Never. I have no idea why I felt like I needed to buy this t-shirt, but I bought a Shane Van Gisbergen Red Bull Trackhouse King of the Road t-shirt. I have no idea why. We got matching ones.
It's pretty dope.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good.
It's pretty dope.
The person at the merch hauler recognized me too, so I had to take a picture.
There you
with
go.
them, which worked out really well.
You should feel famous. You should feel good about yourself.
It does make me feel good about myself when people recognize me, but also I'm an awkward person in general. So,
Hey, at least he wasn't in the toilet.
yeah, I have not had that happen yet. I did have Chicago last year. Somebody,
No, you
Come
did
on.
have that happen. Yeah.
I did have that happen. Yeah, I haven't had it happen since. Chicago last year, I was standing outside of the bathroom holding my girlfriend's purse, and I was texting or tweeting probably, and I had it over my shoulder, like, because I needed both my hands. And a kid walks up and he's like, "Hey man, can I get a picture?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." Took a picture, and then after he walked away, I realized I had a purse on me.
Purse on the whole time. So now this kid has a picture with you with a purse on.
First photo I ever took, got a picture of me with my girlfriend's purse. So
Nice.
Yeah.
Secretly, it was your purse, right?
I carry a lot of stuff at the racetrack. Denny Hamlin, pit issues once again because, well, he's Denny Hamlin. That's just what they do.
What's crazy is they've had a good year. They've had a very good year.
Yeah, I shouldn't say that's what they do. Issues on pit road. That's just what happens to Denny Hamlin. Like, whether it's him speeding or them having a pit issue. And to their credit, to the Pickers' credit, they, like you said, have had a good year.
Yeah.
And
They have. They've had
these strikes.
JR or Joe Gibbs in general has had a very good year.
No, they definitely. Whoa,
Where are you going there, bud?
I don't know. I don't know what happened. Oh, I know what happened. The OBS thing really threw off the whole night here. I had to switch how everything was going to be done.
It's been a day. All right.
Um,
Thank God I don't have to work tomorrow. That's all I'm saying.
So there were a couple incidents during this race. Lap 1, turn number 2. Josh Berry loses it, just bobbles, goes up, touches the side of the 45, which gave him a little bit of more rocker damage than I realized from it. He spins on the racetrack. Poor Kyle Busch gets tagged, and he gets spun out as well in it. And
in a separate incident, really,
yeah,
if you really want to think
wasn't
about
the
it.
same thing. I felt bad for Berry though because he ends up finishing 38th, dead last.
Did have the fastest lap.
He did have the fastest lap, and there was somebody that was very upset about that. DM me on TikTok and was like, "I don't like how this happens." And I was like, "Well, Kyle Larson's done it twice this year in the same situation." So
yeah.
Oh man, Miami's having to kick a field goal here with a minute left. Have they never played college football 26 before? That's too much time.
I love how we're now both watching it while we're doing the podcast.
I like Marcus Freeman. He was a Cincinnati guy for a few years.
I can't stand Notre Dame.
I hate Notre Dame, but I like Marcus. So,
yeah.
Oh.
Anyway,
back to the actual race. So let's talk about points though, because things changed.
Has Race Reference put it up yet?
I have it pulled up right here. Let me put it up on the screen so you can see it. Let me share my screen, a window. All right.
To the wall.
Can you see it?
I can.
Yes. So,
wow.
Joey Logano, 3 points below the cutoff. Austin Dillon, 8 points below the cutoff. Alex Bowman and Josh Berry, both 19 points below the cutoff.
Can they make it?
Listen, Berry, we have 2 good tracks coming up where Josh Berry should be good at.
Yeah.
He should be good at Gateway, and he should be good at Bristol. So there's some hope there for him. For Alex Bowman, I like Alex Bowman. I think Alex Bowman is one of the best personalities in the sport. I think he absolutely deserves to be at Hendrick Motorsports. I don't know if he has enough to get out of, and I only say that because of Gateway.
Yeah.
And I just don't have any faith in them, in Hendrick Motorsports being good at Gateway.
Okay, as much as we want it to happen, can SVG make it out of the first round?
Yes, but he needs to have a top 15 run next weekend. Or
he has to.
Or he needs to have the 4 guys that are below the cutoff line right now have issues.
Yeah.
That's the only way. This was the night for him to have
or guys above him to have issues.
Yeah.
And him not.
Right. This was the night for him to, I thought, capitalize because he has run well at Darlington in the Xfinity Series and Cup Spring Race. I believe he finished top 20 here. Ultimately, he ends up finishing 32nd tonight, just not the result that they
needed a top 20. If he gets a top 20, he's probably 10th.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit higher, but
20th back in the springtime here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was if he finishes 20th, this is a completely different story. I think he's got a little bit more breathing room. Chase Elliott. So here's what scares me. Not scares me, but here's what I'm thinking about this. Gateway is not going to be a Hendrick Motorsports track. Say Chase Elliott struggles. Now he's below the cutoff line next week. But you expect a Joey Logano and a Josh Berry to both run well there because Penske seemingly has had a
very good run there.
So there's a solid chance Chase Elliott is going to be fighting for his playoff life come Bristol in 2 weeks' time.
He's good at Bristol.
He is good at Bristol.
He's very good at Bristol.
Won the All-Star race there. I do not believe he's won a points race there.
I thought he had.
I don't think so. He was part of that Kyle Larson, Kevin Harvick debacle in 2021 where he went out and slowed up.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't believe that he has won a race there. And
I loved that race. I'm not even going to lie to you.
He has not. But he has had, in 16 starts, he has 5 top 5s and 9 top 10 finishes. So
he's good there.
Average finish 11.3.
Which is his average finish this year.
Yeah. Wildly consistent. That is Chase Elliott.
It's
his
honestly wild.
Very close. His average finish is 12.1.
Oh, now it's 12.1 because they said it on the broadcast. They said 11.2 or 11.3.
Oh, okay. He had finished 8th today.
Did he really?
Yeah, good run. No, sorry. That was the spring race.
I'm about to say, he
No, he's
finished
not.
like a lap down.
We just talked about how bad they were.
Yeah.
No, you're right. I was looking at last year's. Real quick, let me stop sharing so we can go through the top 10 finish real quick. Chase Briscoe ends up winning the race. Tyler Reddick second. Eric Jones third. John Hunter Nemechek in fourth. AJ Allmendinger, incredibly good run for that Cog Racing team.
Very.
P5 on merit for a team that does not get Chevy support the way that the Tier 1 Chevy teams do. Incredible run for them. Bubba Wallace continues his just kind of consistently there streak, P6 finish. Denny Hamlin in seventh. Kyle Busch, great rebound for him with a P8 finish. Carson Hocevar spun out, finishes ninth. And Chris Buescher. Those RFK cars, Brad Keselowski needed to have a wheel tightened. He pulled into the 22's pit box, and they had to run around and tighten the wheel up for him there. So Ford Performance working together.
Yeah. I thought it was hilarious that I can't remember who it was on the broadcast said, I wonder if he was in the playoffs if they would have done it for him.
No.
Probably not. Actually, they probably would have. Honestly, they probably would have.
Miami won.
Did. Oh, yep, they did. I'm at 5 seconds. So, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. The last play didn't even, I don't even think it got off. You had Ross Chastain coming home 11th. He probably had a top 10 run going, but he had to save fuel in the closing laps of the race because they had a bit of a fuel issue. They were 2 laps short, according to them. Austin, yeah, they didn't get all the fuel in the car.
It's not even a fuel race.
I know. That's even the broadcast was like, Steve Letarte goes, I've never had to save fuel at Darlington before, so I have no idea what this looks like.
Yeah, like, what? I wasn't listening to it. I was watching it, but wasn't listening to it, right? So,
Right.
But, huh?
Do you want to know who quietly had a good day by their standards this year?
Who?
Zane Smith, Noah Gragson, FRM, 14th and 13th place finish for those two guys. That is a good run because Noah has had just some god-awful luck this year. And I don't typically believe in luck in racing for the most part. I think you kind of create your own destiny. Yeah. But that dude's been caught up in so much nonsense.
He has. He has, honestly. Where's the 34? Oh, 26th.
Yeah, a little bit further down. 1 lap down for him.
This race helped me catch up on my sleep. Oh, my gosh.
Sebastian. Oh, is a cat. Your boys over in the 44 car, they had a bit of an explosion.
Literally.
Yes.
Thankfully, a literal explosion.
Yeah. So
I don't know how that happened.
I don't know.
That's a Hendrick motor.
Yeah, well, guess what?
It ain't no more.
Carson Hocevar gets Hendrick motors as well. So I think there might be a difference between the customer engine and the house engines.
Oh gosh.
So overall, it was a okay Southern 500. Again, I struggle with the rating for it just because
I put it at like a
get wrapped up in the finish.
70.
Yeah, I gave it an 80 on the TikTok because I'm like, I like things I saw in this race, but I don't like how the finish happened. And I know that's going to be where everybody's like, oh, it was close between Reddick and Briscoe. And it's like, it wasn't ever really that close.
Really
I will say this. The only thing about the finish, with 5 laps to go, I think it was 5 laps to go, maybe 6 laps to go, Tyler Reddick going down into turn 3, tried to slide Briscoe. He went down and took his shot where he dove down to the bottom, washed up, got a little bit too loose trying to get back to the gas. And for me, I would have waited another lap because I think that he was building enough momentum that maybe it works better on the next lap. I understand taking it in the moment, but it felt like he went just maybe a lap or two too soon, and that kind of bummed me out. Still was able to get back to him.
Barely.
Yeah, but I mean, like, he was able to get back within like that 10th to 2/10 where he kind of was right now, for the most part, because he dropped back to like 6 or 7 tenths after that. So Cup Series off to Gateway next weekend. We will see how that is. I've called it the most forgettable race on the schedule the last 2 years.
Now it's in the playoffs.
Do you know how that race finished last year?
The only thing I remember from that race is the exploding rotors.
Yes. Well, you had that. You also had Christopher Bell winning that, not dominating that race. I'm going to pull up the stats real
He
quick.
did.
Yes.
I do remember that.
And he ended up having, I believe, did the motor go on it? Or something happened to it? Motor didn't go, but he dropped back and finished P7th. Austin Cindric went on to win the race because of that. And did Ryan Blaney also have some sort of issues as
I
well
think so.
in that race? Yeah. I might actually. I called the most forgettable race. I'm gonna have to go back and watch it because I have in fact forgotten it. So
You'll just see a lot of rotors being blown. Okay.
yeah,
That's genuinely all I remember from that race every year.
every year
This
they blow
car.
rotors.
Mhm.
Hocevar as a rookie blew a rotor there. I remember that when
Mhm.
he was running well. He hopped in the 77, and that's when LaJoy went over and drove the 9 car for that race.
Mhm.
Denver here says rumors coming through Supercars that Austin Cindric is going to be announced by Bathurst 1000, that he be the wild card entrant for Tickford, and SVG father-in-law will be his crew chief. The only thing about that, Denver, is hang on a second. Yeah, Tickford runs the Mustangs, but is Roland Dane going to do a Ford-backed program? Because that would be straying from what he's done anyways else. But yeah, I did hear
me now.
I know the Adelaide Grand Finale weekend. I heard those rumors from what is that cafe? Supercar Cafe? What? I don't know what the hell the name of it is, but one of those Speed Cafe. That's what it is. The publication out of Australia mentioned it. So, yeah, we'll see how it goes. Blaney ran out of gas the white flag. Thank you, James. I knew it was something. I couldn't remember what happened there.
You're speaking literal Spanish to me, so
we should go to Australia for a Supercars race.
I'm down. You buying?
Brake car will buy. We'll write it off.
Heck yeah, let's go.
All right, moving on to the Xfinity Series race at Portland this past weekend. Have you ever been to Portland for the Xfinity Series race?
No.
Right, because they don't do road crews for it.
They don't do pit crews there.
They do just regular road guys.
Yep. Now, last year, the 2 actually took their pit crew.
Why?
Because they didn't take their pit crew; they took pit crew members from their Devo program.
Oh, okay.
At RCR.
That makes a little bit more sense.
Mm-hmm.
You'll never guess who won the race. Connor Zilisch. Turns out
what?
Yeah.
Turns out he's really good.
On a road course, he won.
Turns out he might be really good.
Surprise. 8th win of the season. Obviously, people are going to be like, oh, yeah, he won. He didn't really win last week in Daytona. I know, but the record book says 8 wins, so we're going to go with 8 wins.
Yeah.
He's had 13 straight finishes in the top 5. He has not finished worse than 5th since coming back from his back injury that he suffered at Talladega.
That's wild.
That 88 car hasn't finished worse than 5th since Talladega because Kyle Larson went on to win with it at Texas the next weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Just an insane run for them.
Mm-hmm.
He becomes the second driver to win 3 in a row twice in a single season. Kyle Busch was the other one to do that.
What is crazier, the Zilisch run right now or the Heim run? I know we're going to get to that in a little bit, but
yeah, I think both of them are wildly impressive. But I would almost say the Zilisch run, just because there's more competitive cars in the Xfinity Series to me. I say that as I said that I was like, I don't know. There's a lot of competitive trucks as well.
Yeah, there's a lot out there right now.
Yeah. I don't know because we haven't even seen, Ty Gibbs didn't even do this, and he was running a full-on Cup program in the Xfinity Series.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think what Zilisch has done is crazy impressive. Leads 70 out of the 78 laps. Obviously, the big talking point coming out of this is going to be the corner cutting issue.
Okay, so I didn't watch this full race because honestly, I forgot about it.
Fair.
I'm not even gonna lie to you. Forgot about it. I was watching college football.
Well, it was a 7:40 p.m. start time. Didn't end until like after 10 o'clock East Coast.
Yeah.
It reminded me of that Sonoma race a couple years ago that started at 8 o'clock in the evening.
That was.
Well, were you there for that?
No.
Okay.
No, I wasn't there for the Cup race, but I was there for the Xfinity race out there.
Yeah. Eric Almirola won that race.
Yeah, it was awful.
So the issue here at Portland, unlike Coda, Watkins Glen, the Roval, where you miss a corner, you come to a stop, and then you proceed on. At Portland, NASCAR decided to set up what they refer to as an A-frame. Just think of a chicane with barriers.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, you drive in, you turn right, you turn left, you turn right, and then you rejoin going down to turn 2. Well, if you miss the corner, say you've already turned into the corner and you get shoved off before you get to the actual apex of the corner, then you can just turn down and only do half of that. So basically, you just kind of turn left, make a quick little S, and then you can just go on. And they do that okay. So Zilisch does it in practice and realizes, oh, okay, like this is a pretty advantageous thing, actually. Zilisch gets into him on the second to last restart. Zilisch hits him, runs him off the racetrack. And to Connor's, defense, I hate when NASCAR penalizes drivers that are the victim of the getting hit. We're like, oh, you got to come to a stop. I didn't put myself in this position. Why do I have to serve the penalty for it? So Zilisch still serves the, quote, penalty, turns down, does only half of that A-frame setup. Realizes in the moment, oh, shit, like, we can exploit this for sure. So on the next restart, he and the entire top 5 in the running order all realize if we cook it in here too fast, we can just cut the corner. Zilisch goes into the corner knowing he's not going to make this corner.
Yeah.
Brakes super late, turns in, and cuts the corner and drives out into turn 2 with an even bigger gap than he went into the corner with. And granted, there was a mayhem behind him. And after the race, they asked him, what was the key to victory today? And he said, cutting the course. And I can't be mad at him because NASCAR deemed it okay.
Yeah, like it.
So don't hate the player, hate the game type of situation.
Yeah, at that point, right? Like, what are we doing?
But people were mad about it. And obviously, we're not going to Portland next year. But I would imagine if they would have a stop and go, the stop and go on the racetrack probably would have been the solution there.
Yeah.
But yeah, he wasn't the only one that exploited it there at the end. Austin Hill caught a stray from me. I think I'm gonna pull back on it because I thought he was trying to wreck Ekes, and I honestly think he was actually trying to serve his penalty for missing the corner. And both times he turned, the 16 just existed in that space. So I feel kind of bad taking a shot at him. When I watched it more, I'm like, I don't think he was trying to wreck him that time.
You went after him hard.
It's Austin Hill. Like, he doesn't get the benefit of the doubt.
Oh, gosh. I love it. I love it. I love it.
John said that Zilisch run is more crazy for the reason BH said Xfinity is more competitive in the truck field. At least 5 to 6 cars could win every track. Trucks is more Heim versus everyone else. Yeah, but there's still really competitive trucks.
A ton of competitive trucks.
Both of those FRM trucks are really competitive. The Spire trucks.
Terrible night.
Oh, just brutal. We'll get to that in a minute. Just bad run for both of those guys. Back to the Xfinity Series race real quick. The comment caught me off guard right there.
What?
I don't know. I'm not really sure. Are we missing a U there? Or I don't know. One weird moment that came out of this Xfinity Series race at Portland, Matt DiBenedetto catches on fire. Well, we can't see that he's on fire. Apparently his footwell's on fire. He pulls off to the side of the track, stops, climbs out of the car, falls out of the car on his third attempt because he said his shoelace got wrapped around the pedals, falls out of the car. He's sitting there on his butt like he's in preschool, waiting for the teacher to tell him, what his instructions are, ripping his shoes off like an absolute maniac, like he's Ricky Bobby, gets his heat shields off, gets his shoe off, and he's sitting there rubbing his foot, and it's because his feet caught on fire. He said he looked down into the footwell and saw flames around his feet, got out. It melted the heel shield on
I saw that.
So thankfully he was all right because that's a scary moment, but...
I know what Alex is talking about. Alex did say Heim just because he's been so much better than his teammates. And then says Allgaier at least runs close to Connor. None of the Tricon trucks run close to Heim. I mean, he's right.
Yeah, he's right. Those Tricon trucks, the disparity in competitive levels of those trucks is insane.
Oh, so when I was on the one truck, we literally would make it. It was a joke, but it was true. Is okay. Where is Heim? If we're anywhere close to him, we're doing pretty good.
Yeah. It's him versus everyone else. Tony Breidinger is just out there fucking
Running laps.
running laps, collecting daisies, bringing sponsors in. I'll give her that, but like not
Collecting
competitive
daisies.
at all. Just that TRD marketing money, I guess, is paying off.
Collecting daisies, baby.
Not great. Are you gonna miss Portland?
I didn't watch it, so no.
Fair enough, actually. I'm only gonna miss it just
Always
because
been the dumbest race on the freaking schedule.
when they partnered it with Sonoma, it made sense because you're already out there.
Yeah.
Having this be a standalone where they had to go from Daytona on the Atlantic coast to Portland
On the
on the
Pacific.
Pacific coast. And I don't know if you guys know what's in between there.
The whole
3,000
The
miles.
whole country.
Yeah. A couple mountain ranges,
Couple
Wyoming. Like there's a lot in between here.
All the states. You said
Have you driven across Wyoming? Okay, it's not great. I've driven across Wyoming twice in my life. I've never seen Wyoming in the daytime. It's been dark both times I've driven across it.
because there's nothing.
There's nothing there. It could be the most beautiful state in the world. No idea.
Oh,
I've
it's
only ever
beautiful.
seen it at night.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
But there's nothing there. I'm not even sure they have electricity.
They do. I did spend the night in Laramie, Wyoming one night.
Okay.
Checked in at midnight, woke up at 5, drove out of the state. So I have no clue what it looks like in there. We did a really dumb thing about driving back from San Francisco in like 38 hours. Just it was dumb.
Send it.
It was great though.
You know, they make these things called airplanes.
Yeah, well, it was one of those things where like we've never driven to the West Coast before. We should do that. And then you get to the West Coast and you're like, that was fun. We got to go back though, and that's the non-fun part.
I've done it twice. So I
Yeah.
drove cross country twice in my life, but we always flew back.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do next time if I ever do it again.
Yeah.
Drove across northern Nevada though, and drove right past the jail that OJ was in.
He didn't do it.
It's in the middle of nowhere. Yeah. But if he did,
NASCAR does not use maps. Jim is right. NASCAR doesn't use maps or common sense.
the map thing I might start to fall in line with. Next year's not as bad as it was this year in terms of travel.
Yeah.
Joe Gibbs Racing put out there like, oh, our haulers are going to travel 5,000 miles less than they did in 2025 and 2026. And they just didn't even put COTA on their map. They didn't put Chicagoland on their map. I'm like, what? Okay, add those in because you're going to get some miles back there.
We're just not going.
We're not good. Joe Gibbs Racing's not going to Chicagoland. You heard it here first.
Or COTA.
Or COTA, yeah. Christopher Bell's not defending his plan.
Good Lord.
So the only thing I'm bummed about Portland not having a race is I feel bad for the people in the Pacific Northwest because their closest race is Sonoma. If you live in Seattle, that's a 12-hour drive.
Yeah.
Like you have to fly to it.
I do feel bad.
At that point, you might as well fly to like another race that's not Sonoma.
Yeah, you might as well. I will say though, every time I've been to Sonoma, that place is packed. Even for the Xfinity race.
Yeah.
That place is packed.
It's the only race around. They have if they want to go, they got to go. Also, Central to Eastern California does not get enough credit for like how many NASCAR fans actually live in those areas.
Because the central and northern part of California is redneck as hell.
It's super redneck. I again have driven through the center of California from like LA up through the valley. That is maybe that might be more redneck than some southern cities that I've been in. They are some boys down there. Yeah.
Yeah. It's awesome.
A lot of orchards too.
Oh yeah, it's all orchards. It's all farmland.
A lot of fighting over water rights too. And if you've never looked into water rights, you should because it is a fascinating war that is happening.
Oh, we didn't say Cody Ware, brought us back to earth and told us why he won't win a race.
Because he's going out by himself?
Yeah.
Yeah. He reminded us that he was in fact in the race.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be fair, so did Derek Krause, but I digress.
In fairness, Derek Kraus didn't spin out. Derek Kraus just blew up, which was not a Derek Kraus fault issue.
No, it was not.
All right, Truck Series at Darlington. Much like Connor Zilisch winning, you'll be shocked to learn this.
Corey Heim won.
He can't lose. He's won 8 races now. The record is 9 that Greg Biffle set. Which, did you see what Biffle said? If
No.
Heim beats his record, might have to come out of retirement and try to get 10.
All right, Corey, I want to see it. Let's do it.
Corey, get to 10 or get to 9 at least. And then the Biff, I do know there is a team that's looking for 5 drivers for next year. Technically, there's a team that's looking for 4, maybe 3 drivers at this point for next year.
May need a couple extra drivers there for a little bit.
And a veteran presence of Greg Biffle might be what they need.
Yeah. Hey, I'm here for the Biff.
Yeah.
Only if they put 3M on the car, though.
Well, you have to. Give me a National Guard throwback as well in there. Oh, yeah, that would be great.
Okay. Side note, we didn't talk about this. All right, we didn't say anything about this. The 60. I don't know if they were going for it. Looked just like National Guard Dale Jr.
The 60 today?
Mm-hmm.
With the thimble?
I think it was a 60. Hold on. Let me go look at the paint schemes. Every single time I saw it on the track, oh, it's already gone up. I kept on thinking, oh, I kept on thinking it was Dale Jr.
Hang on. Is this what you thought? There's no way.
Hold on. I think it was a 60. Never
This
mind.
car?
I thought it was. Maybe it was just because of the.
Well, in fairness, this is the 2026 version, so.
Yeah, no, that's it. I don't know. Every single time I saw it on the track, for some reason, I thought it looked like the 88. I don't know if it was because of the numbers.
Could be.
CTE is real, dude. Although, while we're on paint schemes,
how does CTE affect you? I got my paint schemes mixed up. Okay. Do you remember your kids' names? Yeah. All right. I think you're gonna be all right.
Yeah. Right. While we're on paint schemes,
yes.
Went back and I had someone send me a video of the last Darlington race Kyle Busch did at Gibbs. It was what, 2 years ago?
Wait, say it again. Sorry.
3 years ago, when Kyle Busch was at Gibbs, or 2?
2022.
2022.
Yeah.
So it was a video from that race, right? That's the sexiest car that we miss.
Okay.
That 18 M&M's car with the next gen
it looks great looking race car.
Good.
Yeah.
And like, it's one of those that you don't realize how good it looks until you go back and see it. Oh, that car was good.
Fantastic looking race car. Alex said that the Biff winning a truck race for KBM was one of my favorite random NASCAR fun facts. Yeah, same here. When he came out of retirement and just won that race at Texas, hell yeah, Biff. We need him to come back. We need him to come back.
Just look.
I assume he's going to be at the race in Bristol, September 11th for ARCA because Cletus is running that race.
Cletus is running that race, isn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, Bristol built a whole marketing campaign around it for an ARCA race.
Love
that. So Corey Heim wins. I'll let you pull up what you're looking for.
Hold on, just.
Oh, okay. Is it more likely that SVG to Cup? Oh, SVG go back to the 97 Cup, given he might lose the 88 to Connor Zilisch. I would say no, Denver, Thurston.
I
I
think it's gonna be the 87.
I think it's gonna be the 87. It's gonna
Village
be
is gonna be
whatever
87.
Red Bull wants. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that I think SVG's locked into the 88, and I think Zilisch will end up with probably the 87.
Like, just look at that. Hold on, let me.
Yeah, Cam, watching the SVG buffer vanish in real time was not great to see, but that's a great looking race car.
Just look at that.
It looks good from all angles too.
It does.
From the back, it looks good. From the front, it looks good.
Like,
The
look
side,
at that. Look at that.
it makes me miss having M&Ms.
That's just a sexy looking car.
Do you like just regular M&Ms though?
Yes, absolutely.
Do you?
Underrated as hell.
I like the peanut ones. I need the peanut ones. I don't necessarily just like plain M&Ms. Do you think
Okay.
they're different?
Nothing hits better than the tube of mini M&Ms.
That's true.
Nothing.
I have gotten addicted to nerd clusters.
Oh, we love nerd clusters in this household.
They're the best. The gigantic.
We don't like Notre Dame in
Rude,
this.
Robert. Yeah, no. I mean, I like Marcus, but the rest of Notre Dame, eh.
Yeah, no.
And yeah, we do feed your coaching staff. You know what? Quick rant, real quick. I wish Luke Fickell would have taken the Notre Dame job when we were in the playoff a couple years ago, because then Marcus Freeman would become the head coach of Cincinnati, and we wouldn't have Scott Satterfield, who didn't even want to be in Louisville. The greatest thing about Louisville is it's close to the airport. Yeah, you're right. Now he's the head coach of Cincinnati, and we are dog food.
So Cameron says if Zilisch wins the Xfinity championship, I reckon they will let him have the 88. SVG is happy with any number, and it might be nice to see the 88 with the same guy for 20 years.
I honestly don't think the number matters
Matters.
because it's not a Zilisch specific number.
Yeah.
Like, it's not the number he grew up with racing or anything like that. Like, it's just the JRM number. And since he's the Trackhouse car, Trackhouse had the 88. Like, to me, it doesn't make sense to do all the branding for SVG to then 1 year later take all the branding away.
Take all the branding and change it.
Yeah, bummer. All right, truck series real quick though. Corey Heim wins, 8 wins this season. Chandler Smith running well. Those FRM trucks were very fast.
They were running 1-2, weren't they, at one point?
Chandler cuts a tire down and then just blames NASCAR for not throwing a caution.
Which is wild.
So he hit the wall, but he didn't drop. NASCAR said they didn't drop debris. Caden Honeycutt disagrees, said that he did drop debris. It's not. No, Robert. We're not. It's not all love. I'm angry now.
There you go.
Yeah. Alex isn't a Illini fan, so
I'm sorry.
brutal run there. He cuts the tire down, blames NASCAR, and then like, yeah, you can't run these trucks like you can the Xfinity cars or the Cup cars because they don't have the composite body yet, which they will have one in the near future.
Yep.
So then FRM is winning this race with Lane Riggs. Lane Riggs is probably going to win this race, and guess what? He cuts a tire down. Jamie Little completely misses it. Thankfully, Kevin Harvick is a competent broadcaster and was like, "No, there's an issue with the 34 truck there," and Lane Riggs cuts a pit for a tire. Not great. Caden Honeycutt spins to bring out a caution, kind of saves Lane ultimately there, but it didn't matter because Corey Heim goes on to win the race. Heim locks himself into the next round of the playoffs, and he has like a 59-point lead anyways over second place, which is bananas.
So one thing I think is insane is like Caden and Chandler Smith now are below the cut line.
Yeah.
Which is wild.
Chandler's 2 points below, and Caden is
7.
7 points below? Yeah, 7. Yeah, I mean, they've got Bristol coming up next for them, and Chandler should be good there. That team was strong there back in the springtime as well. I wouldn't count Caden out either. He's a short track guy by trade, so
he's very good at Bristol too.
Yeah. So it's Corey Heim, Lane Riggs in second place in the points. Daniel Hemrick third. Grant Enfinger fourth. Personally, I would not be shocked if that is your final four. When we
Those
get
four?
Yeah, I think those are some of the four best.
I don't know. I think Ty
Majeski-
Majeski could.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say Majeski's the wild card there.
Okay, because if you think about it, Corey Heim for the past 2 years has been the dominant truck,
Yep.
and didn't even make it to the Final Four last year.
Yeah. Should have had a championship 2 years ago. Got Hosevard in that championship race. Last year, it was just the Ty Majeski story. Like, that dude was just lights out.
Yeah. Oh no, he was. I was
Yeah.
on pit road.
I was like, you were there.
Nobody could touch him.
No, he started first, finished first, led 132 of the 150 laps. Heim finished second.
There's the truck.
Yeah. So he ends up winning the race. The other thing I noted here, Corey Day finished P9 on Saturday. I know not that people are going to be like, oh, it's a P9 finish, whatever. The fact that it's his first race at Darlington, he had a second place finish in the Truck Series his last time out, gets a top 10 this week. The development is developing, and you can see it happening in real time. And for Hendrick Motorsports, they have to be super encouraged. For Corey Day, he's got to be confident as hell right now. And Kyle Larson has to kind of be breathing a sigh of relief because it seems like he's finally picking up on it, and still doesn't have that many asphalt starts to his credit, like in the grand scheme of things.
Does this put Corey Day, you think, in the driver's seat to take the 48? Or is it still Hocevar?
So I think Corey Day is going to be full-time in the Xfinity Series next year. I would say it kind of depends on how that goes because Bowman's in a contract year next year. I don't think it's going to be Hocevar. I don't think that Hendrick is going to go that route. Not to say they can't. I just don't think that they're going to. I still contend that Connor Zilisch is going to race at Trackhouse and then win a championship at Hendrick. And eventually I think he finds his way over there. The 48 car to me is going to be the most interesting car next year.
Who do you think is going to race at Trackhouse?
I think Zilisch is going to develop at Trackhouse and then win a championship at Hendrick eventually.
Gotcha. Okay. Understood.
The 48 car to me is the most interesting free agency opening next year because bringing Bowman back is fine. It's safe. You'll probably win a race a year, kind of. That's his trajectory for the most part. If you're going to replace him, you have to replace him with somebody that you think can do better. And I think that's the tough part right now when you look at it. Because can Hocevar do better? My thing with Hocevar is he's got to close out races more.
He does, but he's also young.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong. I think that ultimately I kind of view Hocevar's Cup career and how it develops a little bit how Tyler Reddick's developed, where he was able to win 3 races in a season at RCR and then goes over to a team where he can contend for a championship at. And I think that might be Hocevar. He'll probably get his first win at Spire and then maybe move over to a bigger team at some point.
Cameron says, as a new NASCAR guy, has Bowman ever been good?
Yes.
Yes.
Bowman won 4 races in 2021 that season. Really good run for him that year. And granted, Alex Bowman is the ultimate closer. He's a great guy at putting himself in position to capitalize at the end of races, and that's how he did it that year. One of them fell right into his lap when Kyle Larson blew a tire out on the last lap at Pocono, and he was able to steal that win. But yeah, Alex Bowman is a good race car driver. Just things haven't always clicked.
Yep.
Reddick, yes.
Did I miss something in Daniel Suarez sign at Spire?
No.
Okay, because I just typed in NASCAR contracts up in 2026 and the Google AI. You ready for this? It says other potential 2026 free agents: Kyle Busch, Austin Cindric, Christopher Bell, Daniel Suarez, and the number 7 Spire Motorsports car. I was like, wait, what?
James is right. Bowman was very good at the start of the 2020 season prior to the shutdown. He won
Yes.
Fontana that year, and then came out afterwards, had some decent runs, but never really got there. Tyler Reddick to the 48 after 23-11, loses the lawsuit. So I see this pop up a lot. And it's one of those interesting things. So I've talked about this same scenario in a video and on a TikTok before, where if Tyler Reddick does truly become available, which right now, technically, the teams are in breach of his contract, or 2311 is in breach of his contract by not having a charter. If you're a team that has a potential opening happening after 2026, so you only have 1 year left on your driver's contract, you have to look at the current driver you have and weigh it against Tyler Reddick. Is it worth buying out your current driver or shipping him off to race a season at wherever and putting Reddick in that car? And I think there's a couple of teams that will make that look and then ultimately have to make that decision.
More than a couple.
Yeah. Well,
honestly,
Penske's should be one.
Yeah.
That looks at it with Hendrick. And I'm not saying Hendrick's a bad driver, but it's a question that you have to ask yourself. Hendrick should be another one.
Gibbs.
Who are you going to drop?
The one who's freaking 80 years old.
He signed a new multi-year extension.
What, 3 year?
2 year.
2 year. Okay. So at the
Yeah, no, I mean, you're not entirely wrong. Like, I don't disagree because you're not dropping Bell, you're not dropping Briscoe. The other one should probably get dropped at this point. If we did, I don't think it'll show it on the Riverside.
Oh,
version. So that's our bad because we were watching Riverside and not the other thing. Oh yeah, you did Mask. Sorry, we were looking at Riverside, but in the YouTube chat I see it. Yes, I will talk about that right now. You guys must have super chat.
What was it?
So Mask of Fear says, great run for AJ today. You guys think Butterbean and Childers end up with Colleague. The longer Ty Dillon goes without an extension, the more I feel like it won't happen because the Ram Dodge stuff fall out with RCR. I would still expect Ty Dillon back in that car next year. I haven't heard anything otherwise.
I don't think there's anybody else you put in that car.
Yeah, you could maybe make an argument for Suarez, but like,
yeah.
Or
the Love Machine.
Butterbean?
The Love Machine?
Oh, Jesse Love, sorry.
Or as people call him on pit road, the Hammer.
Why is that?
We're not getting into it on this podcast.
I don't think I want to know.
You don't.
Butterbean and Childers. I would say that I think there might be a chance Butterbean ends up at Colleague. I think there's been enough smoke around that for that to happen. There are multiple Truck Series teams that are after Butterbean for a full-time ride next year.
Which there should be.
Should be. Ram is absolutely going to go after Butterbean. There's a Chevy team that's going to go after him. Maybe two Chevy teams that are going to go after him in the Truck Series as well. So he's got multiple suitors. It just kind of depends on what contract and what path he sort of wants to take there. Rodney Childers, I don't know if he's going to end up at Colleague. I
don't think it's a good fit for him.
It doesn't make sense to me. The only thing I will say is I think Rodney Childers could probably set up a truck really, really well.
He can.
Because that would fall kind of into his wheelhouse with the old Gen 6 car and everything like that.
I would love to see him at an Xfinity program.
Imagine him
running
88.
An O'Reilly's program.
Yes, the O'Reilly Auto Part series. Yeah, I don't know if he ends up there or not, but when I find out, I'll let you know. I just haven't heard his name over there. I will say this about Colleague on the Truck Series side of things. I don't think any contracts have been signed yet.
Correct. On the Truck Series?
On the Truck Series side of things.
I thought one had.
Is it the one you and I are both thinking of?
Yes.
It has not officially been signed yet.
Okay.
Discussions are ongoing, but I would expect it to be signed at some point.
Yeah.
So, yeah, nothing's been signed yet, but they're going to have to start making moves pretty quickly in the next
very quickly
next month or two. So there's going to be a lot more information that comes out about that very, very soon.
Only reason I say take Riddick over Denny is Denny's on borrowed time and Riddick's not.
Yeah, I mean,
And if you can lock up a young guy who could win championships,
Father Time's working against him right now.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so we'll have to wait and see how all that plays out. Now, we need to talk about everybody's favorite thing, that being NASCOURT.
NASCAR?
Things hit the fan this week. Turns out neither side likes each other at all.
You don't say.
At all.
What gave me that impression?
Maybe the one where the text message from Steve Luletta, the president of 2311 Racing, said the best way we're going to get new turns is if Jim France dies. Yikes. And don't get me wrong, I understand the sentiment of what he was saying. It's just one of those things when you read it and you're like, it sounds bad.
It sounds bad. It sounds really bad.
He wasn't saying, I hope Jim dies. He was not saying that. He was like, basically, Jim is such a shrewd businessman that the only way they're going to get better terms is if Jim's not there. So, yeah, that was bad. Michael Jordan calling Chokas Racing effers. I don't want to swear in here because the YouTube live thing gets weird at times.
You've already done it once.
I know. I stopped myself. I was like, oh my God. And then he also called all the other teams a certain lady part. Yeah, the P word. So very funny to read.
Especially when it's blacked out.
I know. Did you guys notice the beef with Chase and Carson? We did, Shin. We talked about it a little bit.
We talked about it at the beginning.
Earlier, and they certainly are not happy with one another. Like I said back then, I kind of wish they did wreck each other just to see those two fan bases go at it. But
so there was one comment that I wanted to go back on before we finish like NASCAR. So Cameron says, given Hendrick's dad got sacked, not sure he will last much longer. I disagree.
I disagree too, because they are two different people, and Penske is a professional. No, this isn't an attack on you, Cameron, but Penske is a professional organization, and there's a difference between employees. They have to be related.
It's not like he's not doing well.
Right,
He's
and
had a phenomenal year.
Yeah.
Now, granted, if he wasn't having a good year, that'd be a different story.
Right.
But he is not. He's having a good year.
And Team Penske is not a team that necessarily moves on from drivers quickly.
No. Pit crew?
Yes. Unless you're Kurt Busch.
No.
Do you have firsthand experience with this?
No, never. But I digress.
So the NASCAR recap. We got to see some information from the teams and from NASCAR, emails, text messages. One thing that I think has gotten lost in the fray is there was a Steve O'Donnell message that said F the teams, and that's what people took out of it. Except that is a mischaracterization of what was said. Basically, what he was saying was in response to what the France board had sent over, the France family members and the NASCAR board had sent over for them to present to the teams. And he was basically saying that the offer that was being given by NASCAR was an F the teams offer that would take the sport back to 1996 when it was a small redneck Southern route sport. That's what he was saying there. Basically saying the teams aren't going to take this.
No.
And we shouldn't even present it to them. So I think that maybe got lost in translation a little bit because I saw a lot of people mad at Steve for that. And it's like, that's not what he said. Steve Phelps, though, did say, give him a contract, give him a date, tell them they have to sign by then or they lose their charters. All right, aggressive, but again, it's their court, right? Like, they make the rules, and that's what kind of happened at Atlanta last year before the playoffs started. Denny Hamlin said it's the spies for the fan family runs deep. No kidding. We knew that the entire time. Yeah, no kidding, Denny. You don't say. It also does appear that the teams have openly admitted they are going to go out of business if they lose their charters for next year. Then something interesting happened on Friday, NASCAR came out and said that they will not sell the 2 Stewart-Haas racing charters while all of this is going on, and they will not sell, transfer, convey, or lease more than 4 charters. Which is interesting because they have the ability to issue 4 charters. Well, they said they're not going to do those 4, but they can issue up to 4, is essentially what they said. So that means that regardless of the outcome of the injunction that we'll learn sometime this upcoming week, NASCAR can still issue those 4 charters that they have in reserves that we've always been told were for new OEMs. Sounds like it's just for when NASCAR wants to put them out there. And if the teams win the lawsuit come December, NASCAR has those 6 other charters set there aside for the teams. But that would mean we get 40 chartered cars for 2026. Yeah. And here's another interesting part about this is Jeff Gluck brought this up as well. If NASCAR does issue those new charters, in the charter agreement, teams have the right to first refusal. So in theory, those charters should have to be offered to the teams first. And we know there's multiple teams that want to buy charters, like that want to max themselves out at 3. So there's a lot that's still happening here.
It's going to be fun.
And they hate each other. Like, genuinely do not like each other.
I love it.
At all.
Yeah.
This is absolutely going to trial, though. This is
100%. Nobody's buying out.
No. There's not going to be a settlement. I said in my video that their hatred runs as deep as their pockets, and guess what? Their pockets run about $6 billion deep. So
yeah,
we're in it. We are going to the end of this. It'll make December fun. It'll be a fun content month for December because
we might have to still record.
We might have to. I believe I'll be in Hawaii for the first 2 weeks of December. Or
darn.
Yeah, the 2 weeks before Christmas, whatever that is. I might have to be doing NASCOURT reporting from the island, which is a difficult thing in itself. It's the time difference.
Yeah.
Back in May when I was there, they were doing the appeals hearing when that was happening, and I had to wake up at 3:00 in the morning to listen to it. Yeah. That's the dedication you get from the Break Hard YouTube channel, though, or TikTok.
That's right.
Yeah. All right, let's wrap this up. Give me your driver of the day.
My driver of the day and my move of the day come hand in hand.
Okay.
Tyler Reddick.
Yes.
Is my driver of the day because he had a wrecked race car the whole time.
Race car.
And move of the day is saving it on that first lap.
Fair. My drive of the day, John Hunter Nemechek. On a night where everybody's talking about dirty air, how difficult it's to pass, he started 30th, finished 4th. Great run. Mm-hmm. Great run by those guys. My move of the race, it's not from this race. It is from the Formula One race on Sunday morning. Max Verstappen went around the outside, car dead sideways, caught it, somehow managed to hold on to second place. I thought he was going to wreck. Hey, quick hands, get some respect, and he absolutely saved it there. And I know you did not watch.
I'll wait to watch it on Drive to Survive.
Oh, man, you're going to be shocked to find out what happens late in the race. I won't spoil it for you so you can watch it 5 months from now.
5 months is being generous.
It should be February, right, when it comes out? So, yeah, about 5 months. NASCAR from Hawaii is going to be cinema. Yeah, it's going to be something. Sell the Rick Ware charter already. That's going to court in January, Shane, I believe, unless they find a settlement for that.
I thought that was coming out sooner than January.
I thought it was too. I'm pretty sure it's January.
Sweet.
Yes, Alex agrees with me. The max save was insane. Thank you. All right, let the people know where they can find you at.
You can find the podcast on YouTube at the Closing Lap or at Closing Laps, on TikTok at Closing Laps,
YouTube
Twitter,
at Closing Laps,
Twitter at Closing Laps, and then you can also find me on Twitter at _Full Send Racing. Make sure you guys go on and follow our TikTok and follow our YouTube channel, because here in a couple weeks we're probably going to be switching these over to the Closing Laps YouTube channel. So go on, subscribe, hit the little button dingy thingy, and the alert dingy thingy, and yeah.
I next week we're gonna probably also stream this to the Closing Laps TikTok account, so we can start to make that small move, and then, like Cam said, eventually we'll switch this over from the Break Hard YouTube account to the Closing Laps YouTube account. From there, so you can follow me on TikTok at Break Hard, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, at Break Hard Blog, and of course you can find me here on YouTube as well. So we will see you all next week to recap what happens at Gateway. We've got Xfinity on Saturday night and Cup on Sunday.
Who you got?
Oh, no. Give me Ryan Blaney in the Cup race.
You suck.
Give me Justin Allgaier in the Xfinity race. Give me yours.
Give me. I was gonna take Blaney too, so you suck.
You can take him.
No, give me the 2.
I knew you were going to go there.
Give me Hendrick.
That's fair.
Give me Hendrick, and then give me the other Penske driver. Give me Quaffle.
Nice. All right. We'll see you all next week. See how our picks do.
Peace.